So number one, as I said, this is a long story, and this is what we developed between PayPal with Catherine's blessing. She basically said, you guys need to have a feedback loop. I don't want the pieces to live in isolation. I don't want the MT developer out there and then, post editor out there and my linguists out there not working together. So this is what PayPal has established, and we complied, and we totally loved it. So the program requirements came from PayPal. We sat down, we localized PayPal and Safaba, and pretty much defined who's going to do what, what we're going to post edit, what the environment is going to be, evaluated the integration that Safaba and ProMT had in place to make sure that the post-editing environment is suitable for our post-editing. Now, Safaba Engine and ProMT, they undertook this major effort on getting integrated with each other. Then we had several feedback loops, and I think that was the key to success. Until PayPal linguists and our linguists said, this is it, we can work with it from tagging standpoint, and tags are essential. We can work from this from linguistic standpoint. Until that, the system was not put into production. Now, what we sold to our translators said, guys, chill. MT is just a productivity tool. You are editing fuzzies without complaining. You are saving yourselves typing time. You are saving yourselves, as Catherine was saying, terminology lookup time. There is so much benefit. And the second they realize there is no pressure for them to cut the costs, there is no pressure for them to deliver cheaper, we are really going to play with their throughputs, and we're very happy with the throughputs. We are already scoring 75% increase in productivity. The second they realize that we're in it together, they have their say on how the engine is going to perform, it basically became a happy love story. So to Catherine's point again, Nordic engine deployment, since it's heavily data-driven, terminology was consistent, the errors were predictable, and higher degree of control. Now, Catherine was very modest when she described her content. It's not only A sends amount B to country C, it's also in currency D, converting into currency E, because, and all the letters of the alphabet. So the translators immediately realized, okay, this work has been done for them. And that was a major relief. Okay, quickly, PayPal evaluates their engine on their end. Catherine was saying, there is a variety of scores. We compare it on our end. This is what we do, as you can see, blue case sensitive, F measure, Meteor, Ter, QA lab that we use from ProMT, which is basically a P distance measuring tool with a little bit of extra functionality. And we have the luxury of having Alon on the team, so everything that has to do with Meteor comes from the source, and that certainly helps tremendously. So then we also run a human evaluation program on the background. We reduce the requirements to really adequacy and fluency. We do know that the scale can entail more. We figured, no, this is where we want it. This is what really matters for translators. So we have post-edited target. I mean, the standard human evaluation environment, we give them pretty clear expectation. This is what we want you to evaluate. So we take temperature on every possible level with a goal of saying, okay, time to increase productivity, and also time to set the fuzzy match higher, because we know that the MT is more valuable than, say, 75% or 80% fuzzy matches. So that's pretty much it. We have tracking processes. Some of it is automated. A couple of it is a little bit of manual things, which we are compiling into the workbench as we speak. So we know exactly how the productivity, how the automation metrics and human evaluation translates into productivity, and this is what matters. And now, final slide, hooray, how did it work? Domain, very clear. PayPal's content is, luckily for us, it's pretty uniform. It's pretty much the same. There isn't much variety in the content. It talks about the same things, so it really helped us there. Very good source, significant amount of data, and we relied on TDA. Alon relied heavily on TDA data as well, so it's a blend of PayPal data and TDA data. Integration done brilliantly between ProMT and Safaba, totally seamless, no tag information is lost, no issues with normalization that would be required for statistical systems. Everything comes back in place, works miracles, and we're the happy recipients. I mean, I would have no reason to say that it all works if we didn't experience it on our end. Super rapid deployment from pilot to production, hosted solution, which makes it, the engine is very easy to control by PayPal, and without false modesty, we put a ton of money and effort into getting skilled in MT post-editing. So combining all these pieces together, it worked.
How did you integrate the Moses and the ProMT systems? How did they work together?
The SAFAVA systems, which are in fact statistically based systems as I described, are the ones, the engines for the Nordic. Around it are these connectors that are provided from ProMT. So for the Nordic languages, the translation is not done through ProMT's engine. They don't have engines for Nordic. It's done through our systems, but they provide all of the wraparound infrastructure that allows it to seamlessly integrate into their general translation server and through that to PayPal.
So that takes the pre- and post-processing burden off the cover.
That's right.
And that's where it becomes easy for translators and for PayPal integration further into their workflow.